Tuwashangilie kwa makofi tafadhali. Thank you very much. You may take our seats. Thank you, Your Excellency, for that dance. And now, Your Excellency, allow me to invite on stage Director General, Kenya School of Government, Professor Noura Mohammed, to make some welcoming remarks. Tumpigie makofi.
Thank you so much. We really, Your Excellency, appreciate. This is our Kenya School of Government Choir, and we like motivating, our staff by singing the patriotic songs such as that. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, Representative of Principal Secretary, State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action, all government officials present, staff of Kenya School of Government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, today indeed for us at the Kenya School of Government is what we consider as the day the Lord has made. It is because today we are celebrating not only our wonderful ladies and women, but it is the day we are reflecting on the progress we've made so far in Kenya, and also part of the transformational curriculum today we are going to launch. The curriculum we refer to as the First Ladies Young Women Capacity Building Fellowship Program, which is one of a flagship program at the Kenya School of Government. Your Excellency, it gives me great pleasure and honor to welcome you to Kenya School of Government. Your Excellency, here at the Lower Kabete campus. We feel indeed privileged and truly honored for the opportunity to have you to grace this women conference that has been organized and hosted by the school with your support. Karibu sana, Mama Rachel Ruto. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the Kenya School of Government takes cognizance of the contribution women in the country and indeed in the world, even as we surmount many challenges in all spheres of life. This conference, Your Excellency, is a witness to the various achievements of and by women. It is also a forum where we intend to inspire bold action, create partnership, and also highlight innovative solutions for more inclusive and equitable future for all women and for all of us. During this 3-day reflection that we will gather here to reflect and also create an opportunity for us to debate, we should have an exciting and engaging time of dialogue across the generation and also examine mechanism of advancing the transformative agenda through discussion on leadership, financial literacy and inclusion, and digital skilling in pursuit of women's empowerment and the gender inclusivity. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the Kenya School of Government is a Kenya Vision 2030 flagship project with a clear mandate of building the capacity of public servants to be efficient, effective, responsive, citizen-centric, and ultimately they also contribute to the public sector transformation through the capacity building. Your Excellency, the school is also keen to address the gender and social issues and provide problem-solving intervention to cope with present and emerging challenges to improve the quality of services that are offered to the citizens. Your Excellency, in response to the dynamic and the unique challenges faced by women and the vulnerable in society, the school has continuously sought solutions through establishment of a dedicated delivery unit for a specialized program. As such, Your Excellency, the Institute for Gender and Social Development was established as a regional center of excellence that then will develop and knowledge that address issues in gender and social development through the principle of leaving no one behind. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, one of the very objectives of this conference that is themed Bridging Generation, Advancing Gender Equality, and Harnessing Innovation is capacity building and skills development, where we intend to provide a platform for discussion on financial inclusion, empowerment, digital literacy, and also regulatory structures. Your Excellency, in this regard, Kenya School of Government brings on board a wealth of experience in capacity development for individuals at all levels for purposes of achieving the highest possible standard of service delivery. Through this, the Institute for Gender and Social Development has sought to contribute toward the creation of a just society free from all ills, and the program that are also promoting equitable gains from social prosperity. From this conference, Your Excellency, the school will benefit from the rich discussion that may inform the revision of our program, as well as also helping us to develop what we refer to as a policy briefs that will ultimately transform the policy dialogue and the policy discussion around gender inequality, inclusivity, and the progress and the transformation of the women in Kenya. In the same breath, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the First Lady's Young Women Leaders Capacity Building Fellowship Program, one of our flagship programs that will be launched today by Her Excellency, the First Lady, will greatly empower young women, equipping them with requisite skills and competencies for them to excel in today's competitive and dynamic labor market. Your Excellency, the program is designed for personal, professional, entrepreneur development, advancing the contribution of young women leaders to socio-economic development of the country. Your Excellency, specifically this program seeks to help the young women in Kenya and beyond to develop a confidence in their ability and learn the identity of their own, and also by extension identify and build on their own strengths. It will also help, Your Excellency, the leaders to think creatively, independently, and also develop a solution which is innovative, and to make that informed decision. In that, therefore, then, it will also enable them to access the unique funding, mentorship, business incubation, and networking opportunities. Indeed, Your Excellency, this program is one of our flagship programs, and therefore, then, I encourage all of us here to join us in this journey of developing our young leaders through this special program, which today, Her Excellency, the First Lady, will be launching. Our collective effort will indeed realize the growth of our young leaders in the readiness for the future, and that is why we call it Growing Our Young Leaders Series Program, which first of its kind will be launched today. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, Kenya and Africa at large is confronted with wide range of gender issues, including disparities in access to the education, health sector, and employment opportunities, which Your Excellency has continued to affect women and gender minorities. Women and gender minorities are often underrepresented leadership positions in politics, in business, and other sectors. Traditional norms and stereotypes surrounding gender roles also persist, limiting opportunities and also perpetuating the whole issue of discrimination. Your Excellency, addressing these issues requires a concerted effort at both local and global levels, including policy reforms, advocacy, and community engagement. As such, Your Excellency, the significance of partnership and collaboration cannot be underscored. As a matter of fact, therefore, Your Excellency, this conference has been made possible by your partnership and your support. In that same spirit, I wish to encourage continued partnership through and after this conference, a partnership that will transform and promote the livelihood of women and vulnerable in different aspects of their operation, and that's why we are calling it Leave No One Behind. And it is also by extension, Your Excellency, that will be implementing our flagship agenda, that is the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. By extension, Your Excellency, as part of also realizing the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, by extension, we are also starting a program, and it's still the same First Lady's program, what we call Under the 3 Series program. By end of this year, Your Excellency, we want to get to the lowest of the lowest at the grassroots level to support the women, persons with disabilities, and also elders, for them to realize and appreciate that we are in Kenya and Kenya is our business, so therefore then we must support each other to realize that critical agenda. Indeed, today, as Valia said, is such a great day. As we reflect on the Kenya's progress in advancing gender equality, let us also consider ways in which we can identify practical strategies for empowering women and also fostering inclusive future. As I conclude, therefore, let us opt for a unified approach, because achieving sustainable dialogue, project and initiative is a collective choice driven by inclusivity, shared goals, mutual understanding, resilience, learning, and innovation. Your Excellency, therefore, let me take this opportunity once again to thank you for accepting our invitation to be part of this wonderful women's conference. The Kenya School of Government, Your Excellency, look forward to more engagement on more joint initiative, because today is the beginning of that journey. It happens to be today because, you know, today is such a great day. So that will keep translating insight into action. By working together, we will enjoy the future that is inclusive, participatory, responsive to the empowering and accelerating the progress toward the gender equality, and also by extension, we realize the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Thank you, and God bless you. It is therefore my humble duty and pleasure now to invite a representative of the PS, the Secretary General, to now come and make our remarks. Thank you so much. May our good God continue blessing us, and may God continue blessing Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be calling you shortly, Madam. I'll be calling you shortly. Allow me to make a bit of a change, Your Excellency. We invite on stage Deputy Country Representative UN Women Kenya, Mr. Dan Bazira, to speak a few words, and then we invite the representative. Tumpigie makofi.
Thank you so much, the Master of Ceremony, Your Excellency, Mama Rachel Ruto, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Obonyo, my sister, the Secretary, State Department for Gender, Professor Nura, the Director General, Kenya School of Government, all government representatives today, honorable members of Parliament, my fellow colleagues from the UN family, the civil society organizations and government partners, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am so delighted to join you this morning for this important conference taking place as we celebrate Women's Month, and within the same week when we are celebrating the International Women's Day that will be happening on Saturday. Your Excellency, allow me to bring you greetings from the UN Women Country Representative, Madam Antonia, who was supposed to join you today and officiate the opening of this conference, but she got held up with other appointments, and so she asked me to come and represent her in the capacity of the representative, but I am the Deputy Country Representative for UN Women in Kenya. This conference is coming at a critical juncture in the quest for gender equality and empowerment of women as we mark significant milestones, including the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Platform for Action, which will be commemorated during the 69th session of the Commission on the Status of Women from March 10th to 21 this very year in New York. The CSW 69 celebration is a critical period to reflect and raise awareness on the gender equality achievements in the last 30 years of the implementation of the Beijing Plus action and strategizing on the way forward to fast-track the achievement of gender equality and women empowerment. Secondly, in this year 2025, the CEDAW committee has just concluded reviewing the 9th CEDAW periodic report from Kenya, and Kenya has also submitted the reports on the Maputo Protocol and the Universal Periodic Review. And most importantly this year, Nairobi Forward-Looking Conference will mark its 40th anniversary, providing yet another platform to highlight Kenya's significant progress towards achieving gender equality and empowerment of women and girls since the adoption of the Beijing Plus 30 in 1995. Your Excellency, Kenya has made commendable progress in the last 3 decades of implementing the Beijing platform for action, especially in education, health, economy, financial inclusion, and the commemorations that will take place this year are a pivotal moment that provides us an opportunity to highlight the country's significant progress towards achieving gender equality and empowerment of women and girls since the adoption of the Beijing Plus in 1995. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, allow me also to observe that the lessons learned and the challenges encountered in the last 30 years of the Beijing Plus 30 implementation are important yardsticks to guide the way forward in the next 5 years. As you all know, that in the next 5 years, we will be celebrating either the achievement of 2030 agenda or lamenting of the failures that we have made as a coalition or as efforts to achieving of these commitments. Some of the key lessons that we have learned in the last 30 years is: 1, investing in security measures for women peace builders enhance outcomes in the Resolution 1325. The other lesson that we need to reflect on is that access to education empowers girls and empowers family health status. Investing in GBV prevention reduces government expenditure on some of the vices that happen once there are occurrences of GBV. And also to say that investing in sex disaggregated data collection and analysis is very key in informing inclusive policies and development, including financial allocations to advance gender equality and women empowerment. As we all know, efforts to advance gender equality and empowerment of women has not been without its fair share of challenges. Here in Kenya and globally, we are witnessing a backlash against gender equality. We are experiencing the current foreign cut towards gender equality advancement, and also ensuring that girls and women access the same rights, as well as emerging crises that are placing women and girls at the risk. Allow me, Your Excellency, to especially acknowledge the government of Kenya for its commitment to gender equality and empowerment of women. We are encouraged by the important steps undertaken, including the development of 2 notable policies to enhance the economic status of women in Kenya, including the National Policy on Women Economic Empowerment, the National Care Policy that currently is with the Cabinet and is waiting for approval by the Cabinet so that it is implemented. Further, I want to applaud the government for the consistency and goodwill demonstrated in attainment of not more than 2/3 gender principle, the Generation Equality Forum commitments that the government has been at the forefront, and also establishment of the working group on gender-based violence, including femicide, that we all know that has been happening in the country. And we want, on behalf of the country representative and on behalf of the UN agencies, to extend our appreciation to you, Your Excellency, but also to the President of the Republic of Kenya. As we gather here today, I call on all of us to work collectively and identify urgent and innovative strategies and approaches that are transformative, catalytic in nature, in achieving the progress and results as we want to see women and girls advance in Kenya. I'm convinced that together we can accelerate the progress through our individual, institutional, and collective efforts in investing in women. Our collective commitment will be critical at this juncture as we look forward to the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Plus of Action in 2025 and our shared vision and purpose towards the achievement of gender equality and empowerment of girls and women, which is a cornerstone for inclusive and sustainable development as envisioned by the Constitution of Kenya and Agenda 2030 on sustainable development. Finally, Your Excellency, once again to appreciate you, particularly for being a champion in ensuring that there is gender equality and women empowerment in the country of Kenya, but also to the Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, for his commitment and ensuring that there is allocation of budgets and financial support to the advancement of gender equality and women empowerment. I wish you all the best. Thank you so very much for having such a great conference today. May the Lord richly bless you.
A round of applause again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And now, representing the PS, State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action, allow me, Your Excellency, to invite Secretary Gender, Josephine Obonyo. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Mama Rachel Ruto, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, the Director General, Kenya School of Government, Professor Noura Mohammed, the Deputy Country Representative, UN Women, Mr. Dan Bazira, civil society organizations present here, invited guests, and other stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good morning. First and foremost, I send greetings and apologies from the Principal Secretary, State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action, whom I'm representing and was meant to be here, but had to attend to other urgent issues that came up. And straight away, I'll go on and deliver her speech, which she was going to give here. I'm honored to be here today to attend this very crucial conference on advancing gender equality and harnessing innovation. Kenya School of Government has worked very closely with the State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action over the years, and I commend their effort in bridging the gender gap. One of our partnerships has culminated in the production of a curriculum for training women aspirants who aspire to get into electoral positions, and it has been an effective tool for empowering women in the political space. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference is an idea whose time has come. Social innovations have the potential to serve as powerful tools to break trends, increase awareness, and access the availability of opportunities. This is particularly true for women experiencing marginalization due to either their age, ethnicity, education, income, disability, location, or migratory status. In seeking new knowledge, we have to apply sex and gender analysis for innovations that will benefit men and women equally, and we should encourage platforms that provide inclusive innovation to ensure a world where men and women contribute to solving development problems. Women are underrepresented in every innovation sectors, and this includes in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, otherwise known as STEM. The State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action, in recognition of innovation as a driver for change, and in a bid to promote women in STEM, presents the Maria El Maui Award through its annual Trailblazers Awards program to celebrate women who've made outstanding contribution in STEM, among other areas. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, the State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action derives its mandate from the Executive Order Number 2 of 2023, which includes the following. One is gender policy management, special programs for women empowerment, gender mainstreaming in ministries, departments, and agencies, community mobilization on gender issues, domestication of international treaties and conventions on gender, policy and programs on gender violence, affirmative action policy to promote gender equity and also to undertake a national survey on special needs, mainstreaming affirmative action in MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies, and also to ensure compliance with affirmative action principles as envisioned in the Constitution. In executing this key mandate of domestication of international treaties and conventions on gender, the State Department is coordinating preparations for participating in the Annual Commission on the Status of Women, known as CSW, which will be held at the UN headquarters in New York. The theme this year is on gender equality and women's empowerment, and it is during this year's session of the Commission that the UN member states will celebrate 30th anniversary of the most comprehensive and transformative global agenda for the achievement of gender equality and the empowerment of women and girls, known as the Beijing Platform for Action, or rather BPFA. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference is also a precursor to the International Women's Day that will be held on 8th of March, that is this month, and we'll be celebrating this in Homa Bay County. And it is important to note that we shall be celebrating the milestones we've made in the implementation of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action for the last 30 years. A comprehensive national report, which is an assessment of the BPFA achievements and implementation challenges that affect the realization of gender equality and women empowerment, has been developed in collaboration with state and non-state actors and will be launched during the International Women's Day on the 8th. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may quote Sarah Brinach, the world needs dreamers and the world needs doers. But above all, what the world needs most are dreamers that do. Let us all keep playing our own little part in an effort towards enhancing both the condition and position of women, and to do it to the best of our ability in order to make gender equality and women empowerment a reality. Let us learn from past experiences and seek best practices that will propel us towards transforming the livelihoods of men, women, boys, and girls in the society. The State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action is committed to this cause of advancing SDG 5, and I welcome all like-minded individuals, groups, institutions, and others to come together so that we can create this future that we all envision. As I conclude, I wish to thank you all for your dedication towards this cause and thank all the supporters of this conference for the continued advocacy and action towards a more inclusive and equitable society for women and girls in Kenya and beyond. I wish you all fruitful deliberations. I thank you.
And now, as advised, I request that we all stand up as we invite on stage the keynote speaker, Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto. Tumshangilie kwa makofi hadi afike. Welcome, welcome, Your Excellency. We long to listen to you.
Ahmed, Director General, Kenya School of Government, distinguished guests and partners, ladies and gentlemen. This week is significant for women as we celebrate International Women's Day with the theme, Bridging Generations, Advancing Gender Equality and Harnessing Innovation. This morning, I spoke with our President, Dr. William Ruto, about our conference today, and he sent me with his greetings. We commend the Kenya School of Government for organizing this conference as we mark the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. While women have achieved much over the years, they still encounter various challenges that vary according to culture, economic, and social contexts. This conference is an opportunity to address gaps in our pursuit of gender equity. We are here to celebrate the seeds sown 30 years ago by women pioneers, including Maria Nzomo, Phoebe Asio, the late Professor Wangari Maathai, Honorable Nyiva Mwendwa, and Honorable Charity Ngilu in the quest for gender equality. Their efforts have made Kenya globally admired for its significant strides towards achieving gender equity. Gender equity is central to the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Our President promised the women of Kenya inclusion in the economy, better participation in decision-making, and protection from society's ills, promises his administration is gradually fulfilling. Ladies and gentlemen, gender equity is founded on the importance of empowerment. This guarantees that every girl and woman has access to opportunities, information, and resources. As an office, we have consistently pursued women's empowerment and have witnessed results that enforce our commitment to advocating for gender equity. I will share a few examples of what we have accomplished in recent years towards this cause. First, over 250,000 previously financially excluded women have been able to take charge of their financial freedom through table banking. Secondly, in the last 3 years, we have enabled over 7,000 women to access subsidized water storage tanks, and they now enjoy clean drinking water. Third, in 2024, we implemented the Girls' Sexual Reproductive Health Education Acceleration Project in Meru and Narok counties. 8,637 teenagers were educated about sexual reproductive health, and 400 duly bearers and parents were trained on their roles in protecting girls from early pregnancies and marriages. Lastly, we are addressing the hunger and threat that forces children, particularly girls, to miss school days to help their families look for food and water. Through the Feed One End Hunger initiative, we are establishing kitchen and fruit gardens in public primary schools, aiming to reach at least 2,000 schools this year. Ladies and gentlemen, as I close my remarks today, let us be encouraged by Kofi Annan, who once said, "Gender equality is more than a goal. It's a precondition for reducing poverty, promoting sustainable development, and building good governance." It is now my singular pleasure to declare the Kenya School of Government Women's Conference 2025 officially launched. Thank you. I wish you great deliberations as you proceed with this conference. Thank you, and may the Lord bless you.
Tusimame tena tafadhali, First Lady anaporejea kwenye kiti chake kwa kifupi tu anaporejea. And allow me now, Your Excellency, to invite Director, Institute for Gender and Social Development, Lynette Otuori, to guide on that particular launch that we are going to have right now. We may take our seats.
Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, our representative of the PS, State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action, Dr. Josephine Obonyo, the Deputy Country Director, UN Women, Mr. Dan Bazira, and our Director General, Professor Nura Mohammed. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce the special program that we are launching today. This is the First Lady's Young Women Leaders Capacity Building Fellowship Program, and in our quest to advance the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, we want to empower young women leaders for sustainable development. We all know that the youth play an important role in shaping the future of the nation, and it is through their actions that we can build a better tomorrow for all. Your Excellency, we acknowledge the tremendous and transformative contribution to the socio-economic transformation of this country in sectors including environment and climate action, financial inclusion, and women empowerment. So we are introducing this program that basically hopes to empower the young women. And our target audience are university students, some of them who are attending this particular workshop, Your Excellency, are student leaders in various disciplines, college graduate students who are undertaking certificate and diploma courses, women in business, young women in business, young women in various ambitions and visions, persons with disabilities, and the marginalized group. It's now my pleasure, Your Excellency, to invite you to launch the program. Thank you.
Basi, the First Lady will head to the booth. Na tukifika pale, I will do a countdown, and then tutaona miujiza ikifanyika, and we'll be able to launch. So are we ready? So, on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tushangilie kwa makofi tafadhali. That is the First Lady's Young Women Leaders Capacity Building Launch. Makofi tena. Asante. I request that we step back kidogo so that we take a group photo right here. Welcome, Your Excellency, at the center, so that the other guests will flank you as we take a group photo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, band. Thank you, band. Thank you, band. We request Your Excellency to remain on stage together with the Director. Your Excellency, you may remain on stage together with the Director General of KSG. KSG has a gift for you, and they wish